on back there?
Everything's on? Okay. All right. I'm going to call to order the Town of Rome Plan Commission, Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. I'll have a roll call, starting to my left.
Giardino here.
Capel here.
Reppin here.
Janzak here.
Epner here. Wiesinger here.
Okay. So then I'll ask for the certifying of the posting of the meeting.
I certify that the Plan Commission meeting for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025 was posted on the following locations: Rome Town Hall at 2:45 p.m., Quick Trip LLC at 3:02 p.m., Nukusa Port Edward State Bank at 2:53 p.m. It was posted on the town's website on 9/8/2025, and legal notice published in the Wisconsin Rapids Tribune on August 26, 2025, and September 2nd, 2025.
Okay. Well, we have an agenda before us. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make that a motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion of approval and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. Do we have any citizen comments? No. Okay. We'll move on to number 6. Informational updates, recent correspondence, current events, and announcements. Anybody have anything?
I have nothing. No.
Nothing? Okay. All right, then we'll move on to open public hearing. Okay. Does anybody want to speak at the moment, or no? No? Okay. State your name and your...
Hi, my name is Ryan Cohn from Coleman Associates in Janesville, and I'm here representing a client of ours who has about 200 acres, of which he would like to rezone and do a subdivision plat on about 80. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but so I think you all have a map. Is that correct?
Yes.
So we're just, looking to put in, what do we got, 16 lots?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, 16 lots as of right now. Build a road through, connect that to the Northern subdivision. I guess if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
So what I understand is just scaling down the acreage of the size of the lots from what it originally was?
Originally, they're 40-acre pieces, so
Okay.
we're looking at about 3. I see some 2.5s to about, I think the max is about 3.5 acres.
Okay.
So it is a little bigger than the other lots, kind of in the surrounding area.
Okay.
First of all, on our posting, we failed to show on there that the reason for the zoning map amendment was to go from R4 to R1. So it's got to be rezoned to R1. That's not shown here, and that we should have read that into the minutes too. Second thing I got to comment on, right now you're calling that 16th Avenue coming down.
Yes.
That's a real problem because you're on 16th Avenue parallel, 2 sections of 16th Avenue parallel each other with the same numbering system, half a mile apart.
Okay, and we can change the name of
It's
the road.
either got to be West 16th or something different.
Okay, and we'll run that through the post office kind of too and see it. 911 center.
Adams County would have got on it before you
Okay.
get approval from down there. 'Cause you can't have 2 roads to the same name in the same numbering sequence.
Yeah, nope, that totally makes sense.
So it can be called West 16th possibly, or a different name completely. That's the only comment I had on it.
Okay. All right, and I'll read the description here. A, consideration of the zoning map amendment for lands described as follows. The southwest quarter of southeast quarter, the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter, and the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of section 22, township 20, North Range 5, East, Town of Rome, Adams County, Wisconsin, and the northwest corner of the southwest quarter and the southwest quarter of the northwest quarter of Section 23, Township 20, North, Range 5, East, Town of Rome, Adams County, Wisconsin. Land is best identified by parcel numbers 0300276000, 0300275000, 0300274000, 0300289000, and 030002780000. Lots of zeros there. Okay. And B, consideration of preliminary plat for lands described as follows: the southwest quarter of the southeast quarter and the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter of Section 22, Township 20, North, Range 5, East, Town of Rome. Adams County, Wisconsin. Land is best identified by parcel numbers 030002760000 and 030002750000. Any other people want to speak or just talk? No? Anything else? Okay. All right. Any discussion? Then I'll close the public hearing. We'll move on to number 8. Discussion and possible action. Approval of the meeting minutes from Tuesday, July 8th, 2025.
Can I ask
Oh,
you to
yeah.
table that till the next meeting? Because you guys already approved the June, or what does she have in here?
This is the August.
This is, oh, is this the August one?
The agenda, it says June, or July 8th, 2025. And so that was a
Oh.
typo error, so
Okay.
if we can just move that to the next meeting.
All right, we'll table the approval
There
of the
also
meeting.
was, all the action was omitted on items 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13. There's no action shown, so that's got to be corrected. I think shown was just what's written on the agenda. And there were motions and so forth on those.
Discussion and possible recommendation to the town board.
Right. Item 8 has got the action, the motion that
Which
was
is
made.
proving it, yeah.
But 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 have nothing about the motions that were made or recommendations or anything. They're not complete.
So, I'm new to this, I didn't do this agenda, and I'm new to this group. So the discussion and possible recommendation to the town board, that is not enough to move it to the town board?
We still have to make a motion to do that on each item. I don't know who started these. Evidently, they started them and didn't finish that section. Because it's all recorded, so they should be able to go back and find out who made the motions and so forth.
So then we can't go forth with this, is what I'm hearing.
We
So
can't
it
go forth.
sounds like we can't go forward with what we have here in front of us.
No.
Is that an understanding?
Cannot. It's not in total.
Right. So I guess we'll table this until the next time then.
Right.
All right.
Needs to be corrected.
All right, we'll get that corrected. All right. So that moves us on to dates and items for the future agenda meetings. So does anybody have anything they'd like to put on the next, other than this?
Missed 9.
You have to do item 9.
Item 9?
Yeah, we're just tabling the.
Or just tabling the agenda for the next time. I got you. I thought we were, okay,
No,
sorry.
we're
I'm
just
a
tabling the
little
minutes.
confused there. Yeah, okay. All right, so We'll move on to number 9. Discussion and possible recommendation to the town board. Consideration of zoning map amendment for lands described as follows. Southwest quarter of the southeast quarter and the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter and the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of section 22, township 20, North Range 5, East, Town of Rome, Adams County, Wisconsin, and the northwest quarter of the southwest quarter and the southwest quarter of the northwest quarter of section 23, township 20, North Range 5, East, Town of Rome, Adams County, Wisconsin. Land is best identified by parcel numbers 03000276000, 03000275000, 03000274000, 03000289000, 03000287000.
You want to handle it, Jerry?
Pardon?
You want to handle it?
I'll try to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we make a recommendation to town board to consider change the zoning map from R4 to R1 for the said parcels shown below.
I'll second the motion.
Terry, let me ask you a question over here. Now, I was asking Jeremy, R4, R1 puts them at what, two and a half acres, correct? So we're going to subdivide it to 2.5. What's R4?
Well, except that R4 is 5 or better.
Okay.
5 or larger, but
Okay.
what he's showing us here is not necessarily that small.
No.
Because, and that's why we're going in with both, I'm assuming at the same time.
Okay, I just want to make sure, so when it comes,
This is the size of the lot.
yeah, I see it
And the
here.
R1 would be more like the ones that are adjacent to it.
Yeah, smaller
If you look
ones.
at your map.
Okay,
The ones that are around Sir Winston Trail, that's a real R1.
okay,
Versus one with larger lots. But by rezoning, you allow them to have the larger lots.
Right. R1's got a minimum of 1 acre.
Right.
But there's no maximum.
Okay.
R1 can
So-
be 5 acres or more.
So we have a motion and a second. Do I have a, I guess, all in favor?
aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Move on to number 10. Discussion and possible recommendation to the town board. Consideration of preliminary plat for lands described as follows. The southwest quarter of the southeast quarter and the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter of section 22, township 20, north, range 5, east, town of Rome, Adams County, Wisconsin. Land is best identified by parcel numbers 03000276000 and 03000275000. Do I have a motion? Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to make the recommendation to town board to approve the primary plat for the lands described below with the conditions as Jeremy has shown, added, obtain county and town approvals for the zoning map amendment and both primary and final plat maps, obtain all necessary state and local building and zoning approvals, permits for development, and also to change the name of the road so it doesn't match the current section of 16th Avenue.
Right.
Change
I'll second.
I get everything?
Yep.
That's pretty good. Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
I have a
Yes.
question on the outlots. Do the outlots then go to R1?
Yeah, the land's entirety would, the 40 acres, 80 acres actually, both 40 acres. So outlots included, everything is all zoned R1, or recommended to be rezoned.
But I guess I should have brought this up sooner. Isn't there a requirement that they have to have so much land developed to parks, public land? Is that what the outlaw was designed for? I don't think that's gonna be resold if I understood it right, because they don't have a lot number on it.
So the applicant can probably expand on it, but the application explanation was the outlot's gonna be used for stormwater management.
Yeah, my
Okay.
recollection is that area there is pretty low. There's a bluff along the ridge there.
Yep.
And then that, if I remember right, it's barely walkable throughout the year.
So the outlot that's to the west is gonna be stormwater management and, it's kind of an open space right now, until we kind of get pond sizing and then,
So there will be earth moving to create a pond, or it will be,
only if there is, it'd be way on the bottom. If we need to. So,
the
that'll be,
northeast section of that outlet?
yeah. The outlot that's up in the northeast corner is actually gonna be, I mean, it'll be lots, maybe someday if we ever expand to the east. That's kind of a placeholder right now.
The road is?
No, this outlot that's right up here.
The corner outlet?
Yeah,
Yes.
so the road kind of dead ends here. If that road ever gets extended, then this will be a lot.
All right. Any further discussion? We had a motion, right? We had a second? All right. We all in favor?
I have a
Oh,
question.
one more.
Jerry brings up a good point. Where is that located, where there's supposed to be a set-aside when they do a new subdivision?
Should be in the town ordinance. I was gonna look it up, town code, I should say. I know that was brought up when they built subdivisions. That there's supposed to be X number of acres designated for public access as a park. I'd have to do some research. I meant to do it before the meeting and I got sidetracked.
I recall it being mentioned before. Do you want to add that to the conditions?
Well, without having the exact facts, we gotta,
You want to look that up, Jeremy?
Yeah, give me, I'll see if I can find. Are we just talking about green space or common areas? I mean,
a common area,
It's a common area. It's
area.
like open space for
public
a
access.
subdivision, yeah.
While he's looking that up, I have a question.
Pardon me.
Because I have a question on the public spaces. Is that, if there's a HOA,
You should turn your mic on so that they can get that in the recording, whatever.
so if there's an HOA, can they set rules for that public space? Or is the public space defined by ordinance only?
probably could be both. Well, it's probably likely both. If there would ever be an HOA, I don't know if they would do that, but our
Mhm.
ordinance obviously probably refers to some sort of criteria for common space.
Did
Sure,
you
because it
find
would
it?
be good that they would limit it to pedestrian traffic or something like that.
No, it's
rather
just,
than
I think it
motorized
just
or-
said public access. So could be made into a park or whatever.
Here, it's under 3326-11, reservation and dedication of land. Public sites and open spaces. Subdivider shall dedicate sufficient suitable land area to provide adequate park, playground, recreation, and open space to meet the needs to be created by and provided by for the subdivision. Is that what you're referring to?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
So we need to add that as a condition.
I believe so, if you want to make sure it happens.
Yeah, you got the terminology there? Can you read the
Amend your approval to
terminology?
add
Well,
this.
just, I would just add the condition that the code of 326-11 has to be met
Right,
in the
okay.
subdivision.
It doesn't say what size it has to be, right? How big of a park?
It says to meet the needs of the subdivision. That's what it
Okay,
says.
so that doesn't tell me anything.
That's right.
So if we're gonna put conditions, I mean, we're gonna have a postage stamp or we're gonna have a park?
I think that's a separate issue.
It's a separate, yeah, it just has, there has
If
to
we're
be
gonna do
some,
spill it out so he knows what he's gotta put out there. Otherwise, what he's gonna put out there, and we may say, no, that's not the condition.
well, these
So we need
outlots,
to spell it out.
That's,
you got plenty of outlots here that can be, I'm sure that's gonna be public access, right?
I'm not sure that it's all gonna be public access, but we can make part of it, yeah.
Well, if you aren't posting it, then
so
it's-
for example, on Sir Winston Trail, there's the access trail to the other lots, undeveloped lots. But that's probably something for a separate issue for the Plan Commission to be brought up, the future development.
as long as we have that zoning, or that code listed as meeting that, then we can have to define that
All we're
later.
doing is asking him to meet the conditions of the code.
Conditions, yeah.
That's all we're doing. Sizing, that can be something that is discussed later on.
Before the final plat comes.
Right, but if you don't ask for it now, then it won't appear.
I'll just briefly read what it, just diving into it a little bit. It says the suitability of lands for dedication shall be within the sole discretion of the town board, but it does call out at least 2,900 square feet for each proposed residential dwelling. So 16 times that 2,900 number would be the area they'd be looking to make open space. So we can make that a condition, and then we can work with the
Right.
land
Okay.
surveyors.
Sounds good.
2,600, so about an
29.
18th, about an 18th of an acre, so 2 acres of that.
It's just about a little over 1 acre,
Okay.
46,400.
I have one more question on that too. If you put an acre park out there, who's gonna maintain it?
Well, that's
I mean, if they're not gonna have a homeowners association,
who maintains the trails through the other subdivisions, the pathways, the public lands? So-
Yeah, I guess I would just say, we don't wanna get stuck on a park or a playground. I mean, it's recreation or open space. I mean, it's not specific to, gotta be a park or a playground. It can be, you know, for instance, some of these subdivisions, exactly the one right adjacent to it, I mean, all they do is
Have a trail going
put
through.
out a boundary
Right.
around the subdivision that's open space that's still dedicated to that subdivision.
Right.
It wouldn't have to be a playground.
You have the same thing in Arrowhead, or Arrowhead, Camelot, and Sherwood. You got all kinds of green space. That's basically
Right. right.
public access property that you can go on. That's owned by the association or the property owners. So there's no maintenance required.
Right.
Yeah, it's not something the town takes on.
Actually, I think much of it is actually technically not public space, it's deeded, deeded shared access, which you're trespassing if you're going on. My interpretation is public space is the public could take a path or that 1 acre and be on it in a public area without being a trespasser or invited by a subdivision resident. So I could see that there's more work there. I'm also gonna just note, so that it's on the record, that I do know of other developers developing large areas in lieu of building a park, that they set aside land and with the cooperation of the town or the city, that land can be used to create a park, things like that. You've been involved in those. Where did you say you're from?
Gainesville.
Yeah, so I know. No, around between Janesville and Madison, that's happening quite a bit. Rather than 30 dinky parks you can create, developers can deed access to one area to create a more significant park or trail or something like that.
A lot of communities, kind of like what you guys are talking about, you don't really want another park you gotta mow or take care of,
Yeah,
or whatever.
right.
Is that they do monies in lieu of.
Yep.
So you don't pay so much for it, you get out of it, but a lot of times they push for that, cause they'd rather have the money than another park they gotta deal with,
Yes.
so.
So my question comes back to public space versus green space. Green space that's controlled by the subdivision is not necessarily public space. Whereas it sounds like the ordinance says public space.
Yeah, I wish I did a little bit more.
It says to meet the needs of the subdivision. That's what it says. It says public sites and open spaces is what the title, not public land, not public space, public sites
States,
and open spaces.
I would agree.
So it's not anything that necessarily says the public's going to be invited to use it. It's supposed to be green space within the subdivision for the use of the members of the subdivision. That's all it is. It's a set aside for the subdivision. Not public, it's not public.
Right.
All right. All right. So we're going to amend it with that
Just
wording
with the
there.
326-11.
326, right. All right, so we have that. So are we all, let's do a vote here. What's all in favor?
Aye.
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 Those opposed? Okay. So it carries. Thank you. All right, so we'll move on to number 11, next agenda items. Obviously, we'll move what we tabled to get it corrected and move on to next agenda. Jeremy, are you done now with
Yeah,
the?
so I guess we're gonna be transitioning back to their own zoning administrator on the 22nd.
Okay.
So, a lot of those items we've been talking about, the solar, the town, Rome Town Center, accessory structure, all are gonna get passed on to.
Passed on, and you fill her in, and
Yes,
yeah,
and
okay.
then there's a variance we're gonna be be working with, obviously a final plat. So, yeah, we'll get her up to speed and get another agenda probably closer to when we meet with her.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for your helping us out.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Yeah, thanks.
anything else?
Can I
Anybody?
suggest that we just, well, probably not the next meeting, but the meeting after, or once somebody gets settled, to take a look at that ordinance, to figure out what the town really is looking for by having that ordinance for the public space.
You know, what I was thinking here, again,
Jim?
why can't the property be given to the Parks and Rec and let them use it?
That's a possibility.
I mean, they're always looking for something to do. They want to build what they call those, what do you call that, disc golf?
Mhm.
Okay? I mean, I don't see anything wrong. And if Parks and Recs takes it, then the township can assume taking care of it, mowing the lawn, but it's going to be a township park
Okay.
rather than having, you know,
So I don't know if I can make a move for the next agenda or the following agendas, because it's the next meeting is going to be a transition period. But following that, we could take a look at that.
We could bring it up again next, when we get the new
I
administrator.
mean, like I said, it's going to be open space.
Yeah.
So when we have a Parks and Recs department,
You're confusing what it's asking for.
I think
It's
you
not-
are, because
it's not dedicating land for a park.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
It's not what it's
Saying
doing.
green, it's basically green space.
Right,
open
green
space.
That's all it's doing.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing.
It's all it's doing.
Isolation.
That's all it's doing, yeah.
But is that what we want? Is that, as the town grows, is that what we're looking at?
That I can't tell you.
That's-
I knew that what Jerry was referring to because I've heard it mentioned before.
Maybe that can be up to the subcommittee of
And
the
I
RTC.
think the plan commission had lost sight of that in some cases.
I think we may have, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, well, Jeremy, if you think of anything that may, so you can tell the new, what's her name again?
Emily.
Emily.
Right.
The new old one.
She can bring it forward and we
Last
can
name, though.
add it to the agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll do a good turnover. so,
Okay, I appreciate it, thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, then move on to the next meeting date, Tuesday, October 14th, 2025 at 4 PM. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you, everyone.